Welcome to part 79 of Persona 5 Roll, and in the last episode, we defeated Futaba's palace. We're past the halfway point. And for those of you who are wondering, why have I not done any crossword puzzles? I may have skipped a couple, but then again, ladies and gentlemen, you only need to do 15 for the Thieves' Den. 15 total, that's it for the Thieves' Den. Not for the achievement. As a matter of fact, you only need these if you are hurting on knowledge. And if you manage to get Chiaya, that will be a non-issue. So with that said, we got this crossword puzzle, and this is 9 of them. There should be at least 6 more to get. And you won't have to ever worry about doing crossword puzzles ever again. Because by the time you get to near in-game, you won't even need to do them. Because on top of the fact of getting a high score in the quizzes, and not to mention before you even do things that requires you to get any sort of knowledge, you can just simply get Chiaya to raise your stats. Granted, you'll have to go through the trouble of actually unlocking her rank 1 first. Or actually more like unlocking her rank 5. But more importantly, if you manage to get Speed Reader will basically make things a lot easier. And also, studying at home makes things a lot easier too. So on that note, let's just see what all we have left to do. We can... Oh, we can't do anything with Kawakami, and there's a reason why. We gotta go to Mementos for her. And let's see. We can do Hifumi though. I can't believe I stuttered there. So let's talk to Hifumi and get this whole ordeal done. So that way we could get her at least halfway done before we could actually go to the Hawaiian vacation. Which unfortunately is impossible because there's still the fact that Sunday I gotta deal with Torinosuke. Eventually I gotta start working on EY, which I only have at least him at rank 3. And eventually I gotta deal with Oya and eventually Chiaya, so there is that. However, eventually in September I gotta deal with Akechi as well. Ironically enough, Akechi only has about 3 more ranks for him, and he's done. He's done. I won't have to use a persona for justice after he reaches rank 8. Thing is, I gotta get him to rank 8. And by the way, that's the answer for this first option, or first list of options. So she is practically teaching us how to do shogi, but at the exact same time she's being exploited by her own mother. That's the gist of this confidant rank. Yeah, her mother is exploiting her daughter's talents. Well, technically Hifumi, because that is her daughter anyway, exploiting her talents in shogi to try to make cash. Primarily because her mother has blamed shogi for her father's death. Or her husband's death, but quite frankly. Okay, let me just try to get the confusion out of the way. Hifumi's mom wants to use Hifumi as a cash cow because Hifumi's mom blames the death of Hifumi's dad on shogi. And so, she's having her do all sorts of things, like being an idol against her will, and more importantly, trying to have her win matches for money. Although, Hifumi only loved shogi because her father taught her the game, and she loved the game, and she loved playing with him. And as her personality is the result of him. So quite frankly, this whole entire confidant rank is to try to get her to, make her own decisions and be her own self and do what she loves instead of doing what her mother tells her to do. Okay, that is outside of reason, which is basically being exploited for money. That is the outside of reason part. So on that note, everyone's cheering for us, and there's some that hate us. But eventually, they're all going to change their tune. Oh, right! This is the second day of summer vacation. So, with that said, we're not going to school. So, even if we do complete Mementos, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait until school reopens in order to finish Kawakami. And also Maruki as well. So, yeah. Thankfully, he's halfway done. All we need to do is get him up to rank 9 before, like, the 18th. So, let's see. We have Yusuke, we have An. Let's see, anybody else? Let's finish her up. This right here, we might as well do this now while we still can, because that is one of the prerequisites to getting to the new semester. And I told you, I'm going to get us to the new semester. Bear that in mind. And most, if not all, the Phantom Thieves will be maxed out by the time we get to the new semester. So there is that. And this one, we are going to finally finish Yoshizawa's, Confidant rank off. And we got Maria, which is, again, the ultimate persona for Faith. And you probably haven't seen it. And if you have, I've actually put it on display in the last couple of parts. So, on that note, Yoshizawa is trying her hand at baseball. The batting cages. And for those of you who played Yakuza 0 all the way to Yakuza Like a Dragon Gaiden, you know the batting cages are some of the trickiest mini-games in the entirety of the series, and this game is no different. Like, the batting cages will get you prizes and stuff like that, and the same thing applies here. But in this game, you also gain proficiency as well. You know, now that I stop and think about it, Sega has Shenmue, Persona, and I think to an extent Shin Megami Tensei and Yakuza, all of which are open world games. You would think that with all the open world games they have, they would actually make some of them non-linear. That's just my guess. And she's trying so hard to actually hit. The balls are hitting faster than what she can swing. I'm sorry, I can't laugh at that. I mean, this is a funny moment, but needless to say, Kasumi, she is just trying her best. She's trying her best. She's trying so hard. So let's see her try to hit the ball again. And
my turn.
Missed. Missed. They don't even show her swinging. That's the thing. They show the balls whizzing past her, but they don't show her swinging. Oh well. At least she actually hit the ball. More than what I could say when I'm playing the baseball game in Yakuza. Especially Yakuza 5 and Like a Dragon. For some reason, the controls on that feel a little bit awkward. That's just my opinion. And I've already played Zero for this channel, so I gotta eventually finish that too. Because I got the Amon family. I got the Amon family to deal with that. And, yeah. Eventually, somewhere along the line, I have to get the rest of the Yakuza series. But
Listen to me.
with that said, we now have rank 5 completed. And by the way, Yoshizawa has, how shall I put it, the most awkward finish to a Confidant rank. Meaning, it ain't over yet. Take a listen.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast birthed a bond clad in the heart's strength. This union, born and embraced by will unyielding, shall become the balefire that lights thy path. Thou hast gained a glimpse of the faith's truth, granting thee further power to tread the abyss.
So, we won't be needing a faith persona for quite some time. And by quite some time, I mean the 3rd semester. So yeah, we're done. Although we don't get anything from this, still, we're done. At least we won't have to worry about doing any more of her Confidant ranks until near the end of the game. And folks, so far, this has been an interesting journey. Yeah, I did complain a good bit of the way, but let's be honest. At least, I'm actually making good headway and good progress. And trust me, New Game Plus is oh so satisfying to certain degrees. Alright. Now that Kasumi's out of the way for now, we have more people to focus on. Like, for instance, we gotta finish up On. We also gotta finish up other people, too. But the sooner we finish the daytime Confidant ranks, the better. Because here's the thing. Coming in September, at least 2 more daytime Confidant ranks are coming in. On top of the fact that Goro Akechi will be re-available in September. Maruki's coming back in September. After the waiting period, Sojuro will be available in August. So we got a lot of things to do. Oh, and also the twins will be showing up asking for twin dates. So we got ourselves pretty much waiting and waiting and waiting for the deadline for Futaba. Oh, come on, controller, stop this!
I understand why you guys feel nervous, but we'll just have to wait for now.
Yeah, that's a 25-day wait. And sadly, we have to prepare for Chiaya's Confidant rank. Which, unfortunately, means we're going to be hit hard in the pockets. Thank God I have enough to cover it. Yes, I sound like a cheapskate, but let's be blunt. Royal screwed this over big time. Royal truly screwed this Confidant rank over big time. So we're just going to buy this charm. And guess what? That 100,000? Yeah, kiss it goodbye until you actually start the Confidant rank that goes with it. So, with that said, we got the charm that we need, but unfortunately, we're going to have to go to Night 3 and confront Chiaya about that stone. Because there's a reason why. Turns out, the stone we bought for 100,000 yen is nothing more than a gigantic rock salt design. In other words, it's a psychic scam. And for those of you who aren't familiar, most of these incidents in Persona 5 Royal are actually tied to real-world incidents that happen in Japan. However, they also sprinkle some references to some actual things that also happen around the world. In America, our whole entire ordeal with psychics happened to do with this group called the Psychic Friends. And here's the thing. They scammed people out of a lot of money. Every last one of them.
No way.
So, with that, we'll have to get to the bottom of this scam because we literally had rock salt in our bag. And the psychic friends did something similar, selling fake MacGuffins and merchandise to try to get people to get bullshit readings, which people relied on, and those bullshit readings just turned into... We're going to commit to that, by the way. We kind of had to do this hangout, because this is where the aquarium is. But as I was saying, the psychic friends literally pulled some bullshit scandals, and among the people who were there was Dionne Warwick, and she was the major culprit of that crap. Thankfully, they got exposed. But are they still doing that? I'm not so sure. I don't remember. I completely forgotten about them until Chiaya showed up. So, this hangout would normally be the part where you would try to increase Akechi's confidant ranks, or at least for the most part, get some more points towards Akechi's confidant rank to his rank 5. Thing is, we basically got to rank 5. All we're practically doing is waiting until September 3rd for rank 6. And that's all we need to do. We need to wait for rank 6 and eventually rank 7 and rank 8. And once we get those, we won't have to deal with Akechi anymore. Oya, on the other hand, oh God have mercy. We're gonna have to deal with her. On top of the fact that having her confidant rank open also means we can actually work with Lala for a Mementos mission, and we kind of need to do that. We also need to go to the convenience store and the flower shop for the Mementos missions, and those are probably Mishima's last group of specialty Mementos missions for quite a while. Anyway, more plot.
There's still no response from the Phantom Thieves to Medjed. What do you make of this?
Most likely, the Phantom Thieves simply don't have the means of confronting them. After all, Medjed is quite different from anyone they've gone up against thus far. It seems their best option is to reveal their identities before more people are needlessly harmed.
You really hit us where it hurts. We're going to beat them, though.
Akechi may talk that smack for now, but at the end of the day, we're gonna be the ones that walks away victorious. Because we still have about 24 more days, no, 23 more days left. And they're gonna keep talking smack for 23 days, and everybody's gonna be worried for 23 days. But we already beat the palace, so we're way ahead of the deadline. Anyway, let's just get this game and also the retro game set, and now we can play video games as well as pop in DVDs. However, past me was having somewhat of a brain fart. I was thinking, hey, maybe I should go to Oya, and then I realized, oh yeah, twin date. Let's go deal with that first. And again, the reason I'm going after these twin dates is real simple. They give you cards. Cards that Yusuke can duplicate. That will be available in New Game Plus. So, yeah, it would be in your best interest to do that. And by the way, once I'm done with Royal, this will be the last time I play this game because I've beaten this game at least 3 times. This will be time number 4 now. So, yeah.
Guide me, inmate.
It would be in your best interest to get all the cards you're going to need. You're going to need them. So, on that note,
true.
We've got the aquarium date, and that was the reason why I had to hang out with Goro. This right here. And that's the only way you could actually hang out with him, because this date is only available until around September. Yeah. So, I don't know what to say, except it looks like myself. Yeah. Because eventually, along the line, we're going back to jail. Still, us being in prison, reminding us of an aquarium, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. I pretty much did my time, boss, okay? Let me just go back to my cell. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. But the more we try to get these girls to come with us to random places, the more they actually understand or try to understand the outside human world. And by the way, you didn't get to do this in Persona 4 Golden, not with Margaret, because Margaret was in the Velvet Room for most of the time. However, Persona 3 Portable, and as of now Reloaded, you got to do that with Elizabeth. And Portable, you also did that with Theodore. They had missions where you take them out, and eventually they would give you items when you successfully complete the missions. And more importantly, those were prerequisite missions so that you could face them in their hidden or a secret boss battle, which by far was the hardest battle in the game. That is until Reloaded made things easier. Yeah. Not gonna sit here and lie to you, Reloaded is far too easier. So, now, we could just wait for the Penguin show. And I think that'll end this date. And we got 2 cards out of that. That was actually pretty cool. I got Masuku Kaja. That is actually good. Because if I'm not mistaken, one of their ranks had a monster that needed to learn Masuku Kaja. And that's one of the ways to get it, by the way. And who is this? Oh, it's Makoto. Well, no, I'm not going to be hanging. That's our hangout date. That's what that is. That's what that is, a hangout date. I don't think I need to do that. There's something else we need to do. Something much more important. Like, for instance, An. She's got rank 9, and we need to go on ahead and get rank 9 and rank 10 out of the way now. So that way, well, basically we gotta get rank 9 out of the way. And once we get rank 9 out of the way, it'll be great on us. Besides, I already have An as one of the romances in my previous save files, and Kawakami as the other romance. Oh, and in case you're wondering, by technicality, I meant to say 5 times because I've actually beaten this game 2 times in vanilla and 2 times in this game. In technicality, I've beaten this game 5 times. This basically will be the last time I play it. Because, yeah, I've pretty much beaten a good portion of this game and platinum this game. I know, this is the first game I platinum. I think the only other game that I'm close to platinum was Senran Kagura Burst Renewal. I know, right? It's kind of ridiculous. Then again, platinums don't mean anything nowadays. Especially when Sony is taking all of the games away. It's kind of stupid, to be honest. Anyway, we now have Shiho coming to visit one last time, and notice that knee brace was not on her knee. Oh, excuse me one second. Sorry about that. My sister was coming near my room, and she was talking excessively loudly, so that's why I went there and turned off the recording. Anyway, Shiho is remembering everything that had happened early in April, and she does not want to, repeat the same thing. She just wants to understand what in the hell was she was thinking. Because, let's face it, she was basically being, harassed and beaten and assaulted by Kamoshida on a daily. So too was Han, minus the beating part. But still, at the exact same time, at least Shiho will never have to worry about Kamoshida ever again. Because she, instead of wallowing in her sadness, managed to walk back on her feet. And I know people are like, oh, it's always Shiho, Shiho, Shiho with An. Let me put it to you like this. Both Shiho and An practically got over what would be the most traumatic experience in their life. Constantly being at the beckoning call, booty call for that matter, of Kamoshida whenever he's in a bad mood. And nobody being able to do anything about it. Well, Rin was the one who did something, or should I say Akira was the one who did something about it, and he's long since in jail. However, this also means the parents will have to move away in shame because they knew about Kamoshida and yet they did nothing. So basically, they're trying to save face and move to a different city so that Shiho would, at least for the most part, actually go to a decent school, and it would make them look like they were trying to protect Shiho from Kamoshida when that was clearly not the case. Whatever the case, at least Shiho said one last goodbye before she's practically gone for good. And this will be the last time you will ever see of Shiho. She'll actually keep in contact with An, but she's pretty much gone for good.
Hey.
Now then, this is the part where you either romance An or you friend her. Since I've already romanced An, you can also, I can friend her now since I've already romanced her and I have her romance her romance item anyway. So even though I'm gonna put her in the friend zone, I could still have a friend date, or I should say a date with her anyway. Once I completed the game. Or well, once I completed her Confidant rank, sorry.
Thanks.
So, on that note, actually, on top of that, even though you actually befriend some of the characters, they do have a special date in Hawaii, so there is that.
Alright.
At least we only got one more time to hang out with An, and Han would be pretty much done with. So that's going to add on to the list of people that we don't need personas for, which is, as of right now, Takemi, Kawakami, Ryuji, the twins, and now An.
Man, it's hot.
And for the time being, Kasumi. Oh, but don't you worry, Sojiro. In the next 22 some odd days, you will be available. We gotta do EY. Might as well get him out of the way. After all, I think he's at rank 3. Let's check his Confidant rank, see where he's at. He is at rank 3, yes, he's at rank 3. I need to get him as close to rank 5 as humanly possible. Or at least rank 7. It's gonna take me a while though, because I'm gonna have to cycle between the rest of them. And by the way, I'm almost done with Mishima. I just need to get a couple of Mementos missions done. And by the way, those Mementos missions haven't shown up just yet. It's gotta be after this deadline though. The Mementos missions in question, where you have to spend 2 nights working at Crossroads, 2 days working at the flower shop, and 2 days working at 777. Yeah, those 3, they haven't been locked yet because it's not at the deadline. So let's go ahead and dump some treasure. Might as well do that. And get me back up to 5 million. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good.
Alright.
And the moment we get back into the Mementos, we'll probably get back into... Oh, yeah, and by the way, I just realized Ryuji doesn't have the Mega upgrade. Which one does he have? High power. Oh my god. All this time he hasn't been using the Mega Power Receiver. What the hell? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go on ahead and put it on there. It's for free anyway. So at least you got a demonstration of what that does.
Alright, which one?
Let me make sure everybody's got the high power one. Yeah, I got the high power one on that one. Making sure everyone has high powered. I think. Yes, everyone has high powered. We're good.
Alright, which one? So if you take this gun, this rapid fire...
Yeah, this one has high power too. I had to make sure.
You'll have the whole package. Sounds good.
And the thing is, I can also do that to all the guns that I have in storage right now. So yeah.
Come again.
At least we could actually power up the most powerful guns in the game now while I still have the chance. And I forgot Ryuji didn't have high power. I didn't give it to him. Oops.
Good.
So now Ryuji's gun will actually do more damage in the next dungeon, when it should have done more damage in the dungeon prior that we just got finished doing, or palace. So what's number 4? Rank 4 of EY is that deal that was mentioned in Rank 3, and that was the Hong Kong gun smuggling deal, which EY's, oh, by the way, just say I can't tell you. So, on that note, he's gonna mention something about the Hong Kong Mafia getting a deal for guns. 1 million yen worth of guns. The problem of the matter is, the guy who was in charge of that deal is gonna screw up real bad. Which is all the more reason why we are introduced to Suda. And Suda is the guys in charge of that deal, and he is strong-arming EY into making a bunch of guns look like real guns, so that he could not only cover his ass because the Hong Kong Mafia ripped him off, but at the exact same time, he will also have EY on a leash just in case something like this will ever happen again. And EY is trying not to get anyone else involved. And since he saw Joker's face, well, I'm involved now. Oops. So, on that note, we're screwed.
Yeah.
So we just tell them what we learn, and that's it. Most of these options in this confidant rank won't get you any points. It's the last option, the very last one. And with that last option, that's what you would actually get for points. So, on that note, demand your reward! Because after all, you went through hell. And yeah, I just got finished going to the criminal underground to find out the fact that there was a Hong Kong deal for 1,000,000 yen. Come on, dude. Give me a damn reward. Come on, man. So, with that said, this would be the part where... Actually, we didn't get anything new. This is just rank 4.
Alright.
So there's only 6 more ranks left before we're done with EY. And unfortunately, 3 more ranks before we have to go to Mementos for him. And, spoiler alert, it's gonna be for Suda.
Later.
And, on that note, as we come home and get the after call, which is only available on Royal, at least you know that Suda will, well, just to say I agree, basically. Just agree with him. Nod and agree. Just know that Royal have, like, another chance for you to actually get some more, points towards your Confidant ranks. Now, as we're about to go into the next arc, we got about maybe 23 more days left, or 22 more days left before we get to the next arc. Oh, and An is free today. Nice. Definitely nice. We get to hang out with her. So, that will be our rank 10. However, that is going to be in the next episode of Persona 5 Royal. But as we are about to finish up this arc, we all know what palace is coming next. But we'll worry about that later. For now, we're going to continue on with Confidant ranks. And we'll be doing that in part 80. This is RVman 985. Peace out. And take care, as we might just max out on in the next part.